Hi Class 5, so today we're going to be doing a spelling lesson and we're going to be looking at words that have the shon sound on the end, okay? So I'll just start from the bottom. That can be spelt T-I-O-N, just like invention, C-I-N, just like musician, S-S-I-O-N, like discussion, S-I-O-N, like explosion. And sometimes you only need to add the I or N on because the beginning of the sh sound is already on the word. And that's what we are going to look at today. So there's lots of different graphemes. So there's lots of different ways of writing it. But the sound, the phoneme, is shon. Sometimes you only need to add the I or N. Now, I'm going to write some words on my board. And we're going to have a look at them and see how we can change these words with the shon sound on the end. So we're going to have a look at these. Invent, hesitate, discuss, ant, and fuss. Now, if a word already ends in a T, or it's got a TE because it is a split digraph, or if it ends in double S, all you need to do is add the ION on the end. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and see if that works. Now, if we have a look at invent, so going from invent to invention, yeah, that sounds like it would be right. So invention, all we've done is added the ION on the end. So I think that one's right. Hesitate. Now, I actually am going to hesitate on this one because something that you need to do for this one is you need to leave out that E of the split digraph. So if I leave that out, all I need to do is add the ION on the end. Okay, so if it's a split digraph, take out the E and then add your ION on the end. Discuss. This one stays the same. So you've still got the double S on the end and you add the I or N onto the end. It's already done for you, so you can just add the ION on the end for you. Now, I've deliberately put these two in because these don't work. So ant, we all know what an ant is. It's an insect, but that is already a noun. The difference between these words and that word is that these are verbs. So we're changing the verb to the noun, but this is already a noun. So if I do that, ant, which is a noun, turns to anshin. No, I don't like the sound of that, and we know that that doesn't work. Now, I've put fuss in because fuss is a verb. If I fuss with somebody, if I can see some people fussing or having a fuss, this is a verb. But if we were following the rule, just like discuss ends in a double S, this ends in a double S, fushin'. That's what it would sound like, but that doesn't sound right either. Okay, so for some words, this rule applies. For some, it doesn't. Because what you would say, if you see some people having a fuss, or you are fussing with somebody, to fuss with people, you would say that they are having a disagreement or an argument. You wouldn't say fushing. So I just put that in there for evidence that for some words, it doesn't actually work. Now, we are going to have to learn which words that it does work for. There are lots of them that it works for. There are also quite a few of them that it doesn't work for. But in year 5, we are just going to have to get in the habit of knowing on site which words it works for and which words it doesn't work for. But if you remember, it goes from being a verb So to invent something, if somebody hesitates or if some people discuss, that is a verb. That is how you change it to a noun. So the invention is the noun. It's the thing that you can see. The hesitation, that is the noun. And also discussion, it's the thing, it's the noun. It's the thing that you are talking about. Okay? So from a verb to a noun, it only works for some, but there are lots out there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to write some words on here, and what you are going to do is spell them with the I-O-N on the end to make it have a shon sound. Now remember, if the word ends in T, you just add the I-O-N on the end. If it is a split digraph, you take away the E. So you would take away the E and then add the I-O-N on the end. Discuss, if it has two S's at the end, again, all you do is just add the I-O-N on the end. So I'm going to write some down for you. Have a go. I might throw a couple in there that the rule doesn't work for and see if you can spot them. Okay? Good luck, and I hope you have fun with it. So coming back with these, this ends in a T. So inject becomes injection. Yeah. I like the sound of that one. Next, act. It ends in a T. So if I put I-O-N on the end, act becomes action. Yeah, I like the sound of that. Complete. Now, this one has a split digraph. Okay, so what I need to do is get rid of the E, add I-O-N, so completion. Yeah, I like the sound of that one. Bake. Now, this is a split digraph. It's a split A. So, according to the rule, if I put an I-O-N on the end of this, it should work. No, that one does not work. Okay, so I'm going to go on to the next one. Expression. Now, this ends in a double S. So, by the rule, if I add I-O-N, that should become expression. Yes, I like the sound of that one. Next one, confession. Again, it's a bit like expression. It's got two S's on the end. If I add an I-O-N on the end, confession. Yeah, I like the sound of that one. Dress. So, again, double S, I-O-N. Dression? No. That one doesn't sound like, I don't like the sound of that one. Infect. It's got a T. So all I need to do to that is add I-O-N. Infection. Yeah, I like the sound of that one. Pact. So if you have a pact with somebody, if I add I-O-N straight on the end of that, because it only has a T. Paction? No. I don't like the sound of that one. So what I'm going to do, so nobody gets confused, I'm going to get rid of the ones that don't work. So on my board, I only have the words that do work. And again, if you remember to why these work, it is because it goes from a verb to a noun. Okay? So all of these words were verbs and then they went to a noun. So inject, if you inject something maybe into animal to make them go a bit sleepy so you can do surgery on them if you're a vet, that becomes the noun. You are giving them an injection. Act is the word if you act, but if you act in an action movie, that becomes a noun. Complete, if you complete a race and you come first, the completion of that race, which is the noun, has resulted in you finishing first. Expression, that is a verb. You may have looked at somebody and they had an expression on their face. Confession so the verb to confess becomes the noun confession, and also infection. So if you are infected or something is infected, it becomes infection. So well done if you got those, and I will see you for the next lesson. Bye.